Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Gloria, and I'm coming to you with my design team from Mrs. Kate's Cuttables over at Mrs. Kate's Cuttables blogspot.com, and I'm up today for my design team. So today I am making a get well card, and I ended up going to the 50-cent store and I found this cute, adorable, oh my god, this puppy is so cute, guys. Look at how adorable he is. So I figured, I don't have no get well cards in my stash, so I figured, it's time for me to make one. So today I'm using this file from Mrs. Kate's Cuttables, and I'm also using a sun from one of Mrs. Kate's Cuttables files, which is Stinking Cute. So stinking cute. And it's just a corner sun. And I'm also using a fence. So let's get started, guys. So my card is going to be an A2 size card. And I have it right here. So let's start decorating the inside. It's going to be really simple. I just have the blue cardstock, or sky blue. And then I have this white cardstock. So I'm going to adhere both of these together. And before I attach it to the inside of my card, I'm going to use my Misty, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment in the inside. So I hope everyone's having an awesome Sunday. This is not going to work. Let me get me another piece. So I end up getting a little stain on my page, and I didn't want to use that. So I'm cutting out another piece of white cardstock, and the white cardstock, it is 4 by 5. So let me do that really quick. 4 inches by 5. Okay. So let me adhere some ATG to the back of my card. And my tape want to go haywire, and I just found out why. My little stopper is out. Okay. And it is 4 1/4, 3.75. I messed up. So let me adhere some more tape. Okay, so now I'm just going to adhere this card. Gonna look like that. So now what I want to do, I want to move my card face to the side, and I want to bring in my Misty. Now for my Misty, I want to adhere this right in the middle, but I want to see if that's exactly where I want to stamp my image. So I'm gonna hold it right there. And I'm going to use this as a template to see exactly where I want to line up my sentiment. And I think right there looks really good. Then I also want to use, and that sentiment that I'm using comes from the Scrappy Mom stamp set. And that one is called From the Inside Out, and it's a warm and friendly greeting, a cheery thought of too, and many great get well wishes are in this just for you. And then I'm using the stamp from Ink and Dinky Doo, and this one is called Dogs. And I want to use the wood woof because I want to write, so I want to position this in another place. So I want to see if that looks good right there. Okay, and then I'm going to position this right here. Straight, of course. Okay, and then I want to put a bone over here and a paw right at the edge, like that. So let's close this up and let's see how it comes out. So I have my foam inside. And that's a new stamp. So a lot of times you have to like recondition your stamp. So just press on it to kind of put some of your oils all over it. And let me check one more time. Make sure it didn't move. And that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to position that right there. I'm going to take my archival and I'm just going to ink this up. And we're going to stamp it and see how it looks. And then I got some... And you see, as it didn't stamp, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to ink that up some more. I'm going to close my lid and I'm going to press down on it and it should go. But it's not adhering that, but that's alright, guys. So what I want to do, I want to move this out of the way. I want to add my magnet. Let me get a baby wipe. And what's so cool about these sheets is that they wipe right off. I need to clean my table again. Okay, so now let's get my ink, and you know, let me wipe the stamp so I'll get a fresh and I think that's on the outside. A fresh inked layer. I need to get me a stamp scrubber. Then I'm going to take my very fine, because it's a little bit more juicier, and we're going to add some ink to it. And that looks like it's inked up really good. And now I'm just going to stamp my sentiment straight on my paper now, guys. And it didn't stamp in the middle again. So now I think I'm going to put a shimmy right behind it, because it seems like it's not catching right in that area. So if you put a piece of paper behind it, it should take. Okay, so now I'm going to close And I'm gonna get my sponge and clean up my little mess. Then I'm gonna press down. Perfect. Do you see how cool, guys? This Misty is amazing. But I'm going to stamp it one more time, because I see that some words, what I was missing in stamping, did not stamp that great. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean off my stamp. I'm going to move my Misty to the side, and then we're going to start on the front of the card. So guys, this is a pretty cool investment. And you have to make sure, because my magnets left a little bit, which is not that good, because now, but I'll still leave it like that, because I could add something to it. Maybe another paw print on top to kind of hide that, because I don't want to start all over. But that was my fault, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my card base back, and we're going to add some glue to this and adhere it to the card base. Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm nervous. I always get nervous when I start doing my design team posts. It's still all brand new to me, guys. I love doing it, though. It's awesome. Woof! A warm and friendly greeting, a cheery thought or two, and many great well wishes are in this card for you. Okay, so let's start decorating the front of the card. Now for the front of the card, I have this blue cardstock. Then I have this pattern paper that I got from the Sunshine DCW paper stacks. And I forgot to bring it out and show you, but this is a prior paper that I had in my stash. And then we're going to use our Misty one more time, because I want to stamp the sentiment in the middle. Okay. So now, but before I do that, I end up punching out some clouds with my cloud punch, and even though I'm using a cloud paper, it's still alright. So I'm going to add a cloud there, but I want to put my sun down so I know exactly where I'm going to add my stamp for my sentiment. I don't know if you heard, but my son was just laughing in the background. He is so hilarious when he laughs. He makes me giggle so bad. He got this unique laugh. And it is so cool. Okay, so now I want to add this half a cloud. And I want to add that like right there. Okay, then I want to add another 2 clouds. So the next stamp set that I'm using is Having a Rough Day. So then I think I want to place it right around there. So let me grab my Misty. And I'm gonna add a shim behind it so I make sure that I get a good coverage. Okay, so I just want to wipe this off and make sure. And then I'm gonna have one right there. And I think I wanted to go one cloud there, one cloud there. And then the other one I'm just want to put in the middle. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Okay, so now I want to close my board. And I want to grab my stamp. Okay, and I want to make sure that it's positioned where I put it, and that looks perfect right there. So now I'm just going to go and grab my ink. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and we're going to stamp it. Okay, and I'm using very fine, VersaFine, I mean. Then now I just want to place it down and run my finger lightly. And it didn't take, as you can see, and this is the problem I had before. I've always wasted so much paper, but with the Misty, all you have to do is take your ink pad, ink up your stamp again, close your ink pad, and press, move this back in the middle, and press down one more time, and perfect. You see how awesome that is? So now I'm just gonna clean my stamp, and there goes the Misty. Oh my god, I just love it. Ooh, I almost glued these two things together. You gotta be really careful with those magnets. They will hurt you. Okay, so now that I got that done, now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start laying my scene together. So now I put that cloud there, and we got the sun down. So now I'm just gonna take my ATG. I'm gonna run some tape, and then we're gonna lay it to the front of my card base. Guys, you need to go head over to Mrs. Kate's Cuttables. Go check out the other design team members' projects and blogs. They do some amazing job. And I just so love. Okay, so now I have this green piece of strip that I end up cutting out. And it's 2 1/4 by 3.75. And I'm going to adhere this right down here because that's going to act like my grass border. Which I did cut out of grass, but my machine started to act up, and I wanted one to be the length of the card, but it wasn't. So I decided just to go plain. Okay, so, and I also inked the edges with the Tim Holtz Mold Lawn, and I ink the edges to kind of bring it out a little bit. So now I'm just gonna adhere this down here. Okay, and then I end up using my Bumpy Road EK Success border punch, and I cut out a small little strip. I think this is, it was 1 inch, and then I cut off the border, and then I inked it with the Tim Holtz Tea Dye Distress ink to kind of give it a different color because it was this color. and I wanted it a little bit darker. So now we're just going to attach this to the bottom. Okay, and then here goes my fence that I end up cutting out, and I'm going to add my fence right up here to the top. Okay, and I kind of put too much glue. And I want it to go right there. Just like that. Having a rough day. Everybody has a rough day. I can't even tell you how many times. But you will never know I'm having a rough day. A lot of people, I don't let nobody know nothing. I keep it to myself. So then now, I'm going to take my cosmetic sponge and I'm going to ink the edge around this little border, because I'm going to add the border down here to the bottom, and this is where my dog is going to be on. Okay, now since I got that done, here goes my dog. This dog is so stinking cute. Don't you love it, guys? So my idea was I wanted to make the head pop and move. So I ended up using an action wobble, and now my doggy's head moves. Look at how cool that is. I just love it. And you can't get no better than that. So I'm going to adhere the dog right down here. Just like that. And then I'm going to toot, toot, toot. That is so cute. So I'm thinking I'm going to pop this baby up. Of course, it never fails. Okay. One there, one up here, one right there. Okay, so let me see if it's stable. Yes. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this off. And that is going to be my project for Mrs. K's Cuttables.blogspot.com over at her blog. And guys, this came out so stinking cute. I just love it. So now I'm going to adhere the doggy right down. Just like that. And I got it on foam dots. And then as you can see, I got it on an action wobble. And you can make these homemade, guys, okay? You don't have to go out and buy them. I've been having them for 4 years, maybe 5 years when they first came out. So there goes my card from Mrs. K's Cuttables. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I just love, love, love how she came out, or he. And I use glossy accents for the eyes. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Having a rough day. Woof. A warm and friendly greeting, a cheery thought or two, and many get well wishes are in this card for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. And don't forget, you need to go stop by and grab your freebie. Every day she gives out a free SVG file, and it is amazing. I'll talk to you soon now, guys. Bye.